Hello, hello. My name is Jackie and welcome to another speed build. I am so excited about this one. I am in Selvadorada. I am building a jungle themed wedding venue. This was actually for the sparked challenges, or that's where I got my inspiration from. The destination wedding challenge, it was the very last sparked, well, I think the only one so far, sparked challenge. So I got the idea from that, and I planned on submitting it, but unfortunately I found out about it a little late and didn't end up submitting it. So this is not submitted for the challenge, but I wanted to post it anyways just because I really like how this came out and I thought it was a really fun idea. So here we go. Let's jump right into it. I spent a lot of time on this build. There's going to be a lot of landscaping because it is a jungle theme. So I added a lot of landscaping, a lot of plants and flowers and all of that to make it look really lush. And I think it definitely did. So I'm excited for people to watch it. So I am building mountains here using items from the debug menu. This lot, by the way, it's one of the lots that you rent in Selvadorada for if you go on vacation. But yeah, so I'm using one of those. I think it's the one called Jungle Bungalow. It's usually the more expensive one in the world. And yeah, I think this is a good size for it. I think it's only a 30 by 30, but it looks a lot bigger. I'm not sure why. I think it was the perfect amount of space for this venue. So yeah, I'm using a bunch of debug items and items just in the landscaping tools to just add plants everywhere onto those mountains. I really, really enjoyed adding all of those, especially those vines that go from one end to the other. I think that looks really cool. And I'm also going to be adding a waterfall in here, which you'll see in a second. It's my first time really building a waterfall, and I think it came out pretty good. There's a couple of things that I might tweak, but I really liked it. I was a little nervous about it just because, again, I'd never built one before and it looked a little bit intimidating, but it's actually pretty easy. All you do is, all I did was I got those fountains from the pool tool in build mode, and kind of made them come out from that side of the rock, and then I hid all of them with those little rocks from the debug menu, from build mode. Yeah, it looks like a waterfall, so it's really cool. And I like how I put it kind of in that little crevice right there in between those two mountain sides, so it looks like it's just kind of trickling down. And then I used that pool tool to create this little stream. I know it goes to nowhere, but I think it's for the look, so it looks really cool. I like that it just looks like a little stream going out into the forest or the jungle, and I really enjoy it. Yeah, so yet again, you'll see me putting a lot of plants everywhere. Yeah, I'm a little bummed that I wasn't able to submit this for the challenge, but I do plan on hopefully submitting something for the next challenge. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'm excited to find out. And yeah, so we will see. I also hope that you enjoyed the intro to this video. I wanted to do something new, just to kind of tie in Well, to kind of just add life to the build, I think that I've seen other YouTubers do it where in the beginning you just kind of have a little preview of how you can use the build, and I think that that's really nice. So that was new for me and fun. But I also, quick note about this lot. So you cannot have an actual wedding party here on this lot, which is so frustrating. I built this entire thing before I found this out, okay? Like, I built the whole thing. It took me hours, right? And I was so excited. I was like, I'm going to get some clips of my Sims getting married here, and find out that you cannot get married on a vacation lot, which is crazy because, first of all, this was a challenge. So hello, you would think that, I mean, like, to build jungle was one of the themes in the Spark challenge. So you would think that your Sims could get married in the jungle, but they can't. And I've tried everything that you could, or that I could think of, to kind of get around it. I changed the lot type to like a park, to general, and it still didn't work. And yeah, I looked it up, and apparently you can get married here. So that was frustrating, but you know, you can kind of pretend, and that's what I did. I just pretended. You can definitely use this as still a place where you can invite your Sims friends over and still have a party. I have a fully functioning kitchen and stuff in the house that's going to be on this lot, and so yeah, you can definitely still have a pretend wedding here, but it's not going to be like that official wedding theme party that you can, you know, select in the phone, like to have an event. That's what I'm trying to say. You can't have the event here, the official one, but we can pretend, okay? So here I am adding that arch because, again, I thought that you'd be able to use it, but I still think it looks really pretty, and you can, yeah, I had my Sims go up there and kind of do like a faux wedding interactions, and I still think it looks really good. So I was really happy with that. I got some inspiration from Pinterest on some of these areas here in this build. This was one of them. I really enjoyed kind of like that step up to the altar with just some lights and the lush landscaping in the background, and then down the stairs is where I'm going to put the chairs, because I liked that idea of having them kind of be looking up into the bride and groom. But yeah, in The Sims also, they don't really ever use the chairs though, do they? This is all like, it's kind of silly to think about it because they're not really going to use any of this, but it's pretty, so yeah. Yeah, so here I am adding more rocks and plants and stuff to kind of fill up those spaces on the side, because I didn't really like that it was just brown dirt. So I definitely wanted to fill it all up so it looks really lush and landscaped, and I think that that was accomplished. I also, that little area, I liked using those rocks that I also got from the debug menu, that rock fence. I wanted it to look like there were some ruins here in this area, so it's kind of like a nice ancient, half built, half like new build and half old build, where they kind of like renovated a little bit, but they left a lot of the ruins there. I really liked doing that, so I thought that was cool. I don't know if you saw, but I really wanted to use that huge tree from the debug menu on the left side as well, but I just couldn't use it because it just, you know how the trees fade out when you're playing? That tree just kind of like disappeared right away, so you couldn't even see it was ever there. So I just decided to use a different tree. I think it's because it's so big and I have to size it down. But anyway, yeah, I'm in here adding the terrain now. I definitely wanted some nice paths up to the altar and then throughout. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, so anyway, sorry about that. Doing voiceovers is still a little bit challenging for me. In my last video, I kind of edited through it, but I didn't think it sounded very good. So I'm trying to do like a one take. So we'll see if I can get through this one without stumbling over my words. But I'm human, so probably will. That's just the way it is. Here I am making the reception area. So I added tons of chairs. I know you can only invite like up to 12 or 15 people, but I wanted it to look full. And then in the very back, I added that section for the bride and groom. So it's a little special. And here I am adding a backdrop for them, which I, again, really love to do. And yeah, so I added these trees and these vines dripping down, and I add some plants. I used those vines a lot, so you'll definitely see them, but of course they go perfectly with this type of build, so I was glad to be able to use them. You'll see in a moment that I add some more ruins to that backdrop, so it just looks like this whole section is like leftover ruins from like an ancient time, and it's so cool. And here I am adding the centerpieces, which I had fun playing around with these. Right here I'm using those lily pads as kind of like placemats, and I thought that was really fun. I felt really creative doing that. Sorry. Yeah, but I'm using more lily pads here, so I kind of made the centerpieces a like lily pad theme, and adding more over here, and then adding also those little candles everywhere, because I wanted this mostly to be like candle lit and not so much electricity throughout, because I assume that this area probably doesn't have much electricity on the outside, so I wanted to definitely use candles. And here I am adding more ruins to this fencing, and I loved using those little square plates from the debug menu as well. Most of these ruin items I got from the debug menu. So yeah, I really like how this spot turned out. If you notice, I don't have any like musical instruments or a bar area for this wedding venue, which is something you usually not necessarily need, but is one of the things that you use in the wedding event. But I didn't add them in here at the very end before I upload to the gallery. I did add a little spot in the back where the bride and groom sit. I added a microphone and a guitar there, and I really liked doing that. You're not going to see it in this build, but it is going to be there if you upload from the gallery, or if you download from the gallery, sorry. And I really liked using those because I imagine that the musician here would be more of like a guitarist, vocalist, not really like a piano. It just didn't really feel like that vibe to me. So you'll see that if you download this. Over here in this section, I had a lot of fun with it. I decided to put a little fire pit with a seating area in that little circle, that dirt circle right there. Here we go. So yeah, I was gonna start with these pillows, but then I decided to kind of mix it up, and I added a cute chair and one of those little poofs And I think that that turned out really good. And the only lighting over here as well is going to be candles, because again, I just don't think that there would be electricity over here. Oh, and I added those little not lanterns, but those little I can't think those little flower I'm going to call them lanterns, like little flower lanterns in the water, that I thought was so cute in the stream. The flower candles look like they're floating in the water, and I thought that looked so pretty, and it just adds more light to the build at nighttime. Yeah, so I really liked that. Now I am about to work on the house. The outside of this house did give me a little bit of trouble, just because I just had a hard time with like the roofing and getting the right size. I cut a lot of it out, so you're not going to see me fumble too much with it, but I do go back and forth a little bit. Yeah, but I think in the end it came out pretty good. I liked using those big doors right there so that the bride and groom can look out and go onto the balcony and look out over onto their beautiful landscape. So I kind of thought of this area as their like honeymoon, what am I trying to say right now? Their honeymoon suite, I guess. Yeah, there we go, fumbling over my words, but yeah, so the bottom floor is going to be where it's going to be like it's a full house. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath house. The bottom floor, I was imagining, is where they would cook food for the reception, on all that, and kind of gather if they want to in the living room. But yeah, there's a fireplace down there and full kitchen, and on the top floor is just the 1-bedroom. It's kind of like a loft. I just have a staircase going up to it, and that I imagine is where the bride and groom would stay after their wedding. And I think it's so cute and super romantic. And yeah, so I'm about to go inside in just a moment, just fiddling around here again with like the roofing and stuff. But yeah, I think it came out pretty nice. I like that it blended a little bit with the background of the build, and everything kind of just comes together pretty seamlessly. Yeah, and I liked playing around with the textures in here with the walls and the wood. I wanted it to be, kind of wanted at first it to be kind of like a log cabin, but I did want to add some texture, so I added some tile and rock to the walls inside, and I think that came out really nicely. I went with those, I forget which pack those are from. I think that might even be Base Game. Sorry if I'm wrong, but the appliances, the refrigerator and the stove, I really liked using those old style ones. Sorry, I cannot think of what the correct name is for that style, but yeah. And there's I like that open shelving concept that I used over there. The lighting again in here is going to be a little minimal. I usually use those saucer lights in every build to add a lot of light, but I wanted this to look a little bit more dim, so I am using mostly natural lighting, and like that wall sconce right there, and also a little bit like these little hanging lights that still look really natural and antique. So you will see that in just a moment. But yeah, I am just finishing up this kitchen here, adding that trash can, which I tend to forget a lot, but I never forget before I upload to the gallery. But why am I acting like I've uploaded a million videos? This is literally my 4th one. So, oh my gosh, girl, calm down. No one cares that you forgot trash cans. Wow, clearly an insecurity of mine. Anyway, moving on to the living room. I really liked using the furniture in here. I love that black, white, and teal color scheme that I have going on. And I also add a teal rug. It's one of the newest rugs we got from Nifty Knitting. I really liked it. It looks really cute. Also, those windows I think are really cool here for this particular house, because I think they're just supposed to be open. Like, it looks like they're just shutters and they open up, and I just imagine that it would be so awesome waking up to like that waterfall, just opening up those windows and hearing the waterfall, and like probably feeling the mist from it. It would be so cool. Just close your eyes and imagine. Yeah, it's such a dream, right? So, yeah, I think that would be awesome. So here I am in the bathroom. It's pretty simple. I add a tub from the Island Living Pack, and I think it went really well, because I like that it's wood and looks kind of distressed a little bit. So I think that really suited, not sure. Anyways, I think that went really well with the theme of the build. Up here, again, it's just a single bedroom. So basically just like a little loft upstairs area with just a bed and the kind of essentials that you need in a bedroom. So you have your bed, and I add a dresser to the corner. I really like using that mirror on the wall that I have there. I just think it's so pretty. It's like the best mirror that we have in the whole game. So I like to use it a lot when it suits the build, and I think this is one of them. Those pictures are just so pretty. I wish we had more like those. I'm hoping in the future that we get some more. But yeah, those are from the Eco Living Pack as well. But we are almost done here. I'm just adding some more candles and things. But thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed making this one. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.